What's up, guys? I'm back, and today I have a special video for you. We have the Bigrock 6S on the table, and look what came today. We have the Bigrock light set by Arrma. I've been waiting on this for about 8 months now. Oh man, what a wait. Well, let's open this up and let's get this going, guys. Well, let's get this open and see what's in here. Alright, we got some little sticky pads, wire holders, some rubber gaskets in here. You got your light harness, and this is going to be your magnetic light switch. So this is pretty cool. So you'll be able to take this body on and off, and the wires won't be hanging. You don't have to worry about ripping them off. It's a little magnet. That's pretty cool. Alright, we got some zip ties. And we got our light bar kit. This must be the back one. And there's your front. And if you look here, we have the install manual. Alright, well, let's get this body on the table and let's get started, guys. First thing we're going to do is mount the switch. You have a little gasket you want to stick in there, little red one. Stick that on there. And then you want this wire facing the box, the receiver box. I'm going to get some zip ties. Alright, and we're going to get these zip ties started. One. And number 2. Alright. Then we're going to stick this on here and tighten them down. I don't know. Thinking more somewhere's around there. We'll get this figured out later on. We'll figure out how and where we're going to have to mount this. But right now, you want your cord going this way. Next, we're going to open the receiver box. Oops. All right. Now we're going to find auxiliary in here. And then we're just going to plug it in. I'd say that's pretty good. And we're just going to fish the wire down into the seal here. I'm going to leave just a little bit of slack. Sometimes this is a pain to get the wires down in here. All right, we got a little bit of slack there. So now we can button this back up. All right. I'm just getting these close. I'm going to go back later and tighten these up by hand. I don't want to strip anything out. All right. There you go, guys. That's installed. And then you grab, oh no, that's not good, guys. I forgot to put this on. This is supposed to go around this wire. Let me pull this back apart and get this on there, and then I'll bring you guys back. All right, guys. I pulled it apart, got it back together. Now I got my rubber band, I guess. You wrap this over onto the other side here. There's a little hook on either side. I'm not sure how this fits. I'm imagining, I think it goes a little something like this. All right, let's test it and see. Does magnet fit? What is going on here? Huh. Must be backwards. So I'm gonna have to slide this over here a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna give this a little bit more. So if you look at this, this will only go one way. All right, so I'm glad I didn't tighten these up yet, because you're going to need the space. That doesn't make any sense. You know, why would you have it back towards your center brace here? I don't know. Just so you know, guys, what not to do. The first thing you want to do, you want to pull your body mount out here. You got 4 screws. And this thing will pull right out. I'll get this off and I'll be right back. Next, we're going to take these lenses out. So we got to get down in there. This is not something that you want to do before you take a you might as well just take the whole body apart. It might be easier, but that's hours. I'm telling you what, hours of fun that you wish you never had. All right. So there's these 2 smaller screws in here that hold the lenses on. I think I got it. No, I don't have that one yet. All right, there it is. Put them off to the side. We don't want to lose them. So now what? This lens is just going to pop out? No. No, it's not. Well, let's take both of these off, because we pretty much have to take this whole front bumper off. Boy, I'm telling you what, Arrma was not liking us with this build. All right, there's one. It looks really good. This truck is just my favorite when it comes to looks, but this body is such a pain. I wish they would have done something a little bit better, make it a little bit easier to work on, but no. All right, so we got them out, and as you can see, these lenses are still stuck in there. And next, we got to pull this whole front bumper piece off. So we're going to take 9 screws, I do believe, is what we got here. Let's get these out. I'll tell you what, guys, I have been waiting on this light kit for 8 months. I ordered it through Arrma.com, the actual website, and I'm like, well, I order it here, I'll be first to have one, and I'll be able to show you guys how to install it. But you know, here I am. I go and I'm looking around on eBay. So I was thinking about replacing my springs on this, maybe get something a little stiffer. And the first thing that came up on my search was this LED kit. And I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on here? How come A-Main has one on eBay for sale, but I ordered mine back in January of this year, and still I don't have it. Alright, so what do we got here? Is this gonna come off? What's gotta come off? Is that everything here? Let me check. It looks like the bumper and everything should just pull out of here. Alright, like so. This body did not go together easily, and as I can see here now, it's not coming apart easily. Well, I'm going to pull these things out and I'll be right back. Alright, I got it out, but what I didn't realize, there was 2 more little screws right here. I didn't see them in the manual. It didn't really say to pull them, but there's one there and there's one there. They go into this part of your lens. So after I got those 2 out, the whole front end is in pieces. Alright, so I figured this out. You just feed your wire. There's a little hole right there. You feed your plug through there, and then you get your LEDs installed. Then they fit right in there. You grab these little lens covers, and they kind of just snap right on there. They don't snap, but they go right into place, right around your LEDs. It holds them nice and tight. Alright, there you go. That's your next step. As you can see there, there's your holes for your wires. Well, I'm going to throw this bumper back together because you don't need to see all that again. And then I'll be right back. Alright, I got the front back together. Now we're on to the back. Alright, all we got to do is remove just 3 screws, it looks like. I hope this is easier than the front, guys. Oh man. Alright, those three are out. But the hardest thing, you want to pull your lens out the back. The hardest thing for me, when I ripped this body apart the first time, I had no idea how to get this light bucket out of the back. So what you gotta do is you gotta get in here and pry it. Pry it out. And I tell you what, this is the hardest part of this whole thing. You gotta get in there and pry it up. And look at this, it's not moving. It's supposed to just pop right out of there. But of course it's not. And I don't know why. It should just pop out of there. Well, let me get this and I'll be right back. I figured it out, guys. The easiest way to do it. Just get 2 butter knives and just get down in there and pry on both sides at the same time. And it comes right out. Easy, guys. All right, next we're going to go in here and we're going to take this lens off. Not with that one. We go in here and we pull these 2 screws. Set these on this side. Looks, yeah, these screws are 2 different sizes. All right. So now you should be able to pull this lens off. Right? Nice and easy. Not with that. How about something a little bit smaller? All right. Wait a minute. Let's just see. It looks like it has to come out, doesn't it? All right. Let's pry it out here. Aha, there we go. That's the ticket. You want to get under here, pull the lens off. You want to get these little plastic strips out of here. Right? And then, I'm not sure which way this is supposed to go in. I'm just going to guess here. I'm going to guess that this way's up. So we're going to slide this right through here and get that baby in just like that. And then we're going to put our lens back on. Huh. I'll tell you what, guys, that was way easier than the front. Now I'm going to put these screws back in and I'm going to show you how to get this thing back in here. Alright, got the LED in here. Now we're going to reinstall this. You got to pop it down, back in here, get that cord out of the way. Should just pop right in, just like that. Look at that. How easy is that? All right. Now, all I got to do is put these 3 screws back in, and I'll be right back. So now, all we got to do is plug them in. I'm going to run it down on, what would that be? The driver's side is what it shows. So, just plug in the back. And then go up here in the front, we're going to run everything underneath here. And then I'm guessing the long one goes to this side. And the short one goes over here. All right, there we go, guys. It's looking good. Now we got to figure out how everything gets mounted up. All right, we're all set to put our little stickies down. So what I'm going to do is just get some alcohol and clean up my spots where I want to stick my little sticky pads. I'm not sure exactly where they go and how I'm going to be able to do this here in the front, because I went in here with the chew goo, as you can see right here, and that sticky pad's not going to stick to it. From what I can see in the instructions, they want a sticky pad on either side of these plugs. I'm thinking just to keep them from unplugging, but we're going to see. I'm going to let this air out and then we're going to start sticking. So I got the wire mounts mounted here. As you can see, I put one in the back there. That's all it calls for. And then I came up here and I zip tied the wire in 2 different spots on the cage. And you bring it across the front. Then you got 2 more zip ties here in the front of the cage. And then I went and I put the wire mounts down in here around the plugs like they called for. I stuck it right to my shoe goo. It seems to be holding just fine. But that's basically it, guys. We're ready to fire this thing up. The one thing that I noticed, if you look down in here, it looks like there's supposed to be a light that goes to the back window here. There's the hole. And if you look back here, there's an actual lens in there. I don't know why they didn't add that into the kit, but let's get this on the truck. Let's see how this thing works. All right, so what I've seen here is it shows that you put this little rubber band thing across the front, both sides on there. So when you go in here and put your wire on, you have this little band that actually holds it in place. You wouldn't think that you would need that, but hey, I don't know. I'm guessing for the amount of time they took to get these out that they had issues with it popping off with some heavy bashing, but I don't know. There you go. Well, let's get a battery in here and see how this thing works. All right, there you go. They're all lit up. They're working just fine. Man, this took a little bit longer than I wanted it to. Let's check out the back. There's your tail lights. They're all lit up. Awesome. But if you look up here, now you can really see it. See, there's no light in there. For some reason, I think that would be cool to have that little marker light lit up. But, you know, I'm just glad I got the lights in this. I've been waiting for way too long. Well, guys, that looks like the end of my video. If you want to see this thing out at night, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it, because we're going to do some night bashing. I got to try these lights out. Well, guys, till next time.